The inauguration of the Carnegie Municipal Council's community radio, slated for Tuesday, was cancelled due to a licensing issue with the Gambia Public Utilities Authority, PURA. The KMC community radio is part of the European Union-funded project dubbed the Carnegie Environmental Transformation Program (CEPT). PURA, in a letter addressed to KMC, asked the council to desist from inaugurating the radio station pending their licensing approval. Speaking to the media, Lamin Sanyang, project manager of CEPT, explained why they could not hand over the radio to KMC.
That the inauguration of the radio station, the People's Radio, has been cancelled due to the fact that we have received a communication from the PURA, Public Utility Regulation Authority, informing us that we cannot inaugurate simply because we don't have operational license. That being the case, the project team cancelled the inaugurations.
Mr. Sanyang further tells the media the purpose of establishing a community radio for KMC.
The radio is to promote sustainable living. KMC, when we were conceptualizing the project, we have an understanding that there is still a gap in order to better effectively communicate with the residents of this municipality. And then one of our key challenges is environmental sanitation. We felt it is important that we have our own radio stations where we can sensitize and educate the residents of this municipality on environmental issues. Yes, we have provided a fleet of vehicles to collect. We have provided collection mechanisms, but yet still the attitudinal change is still very lacking. So the waste management strategy, the first pillar of the waste management strategy is about information, education, and communication in order to change the mindset of the people. So we felt in order to implement or achieve this pillar of our waste management strategy, we ought to have a radio station.
The government of the Gambia has put an embargo on the issuing of radio licenses. However, Honorable Madi Sise, National Assembly member for Serekunda West, describes the embargo as disappointing.
But what we are seeing now is a sort of anti-press freedom. We all know that there is an organization in the world that assess countries' access and freedom of expression and freedom of media annually. So the fact that there is an embargo on expansion of televisions and radios in the Gambia, that is not good for us. That will only put us down the ladder of the press freedom ladders, because countries' press freedom is assessed by the medium that and the way they operate. So now if we are putting an embargo on expansion of mediums like radios and televisions for the past 2 years, and you have a beautiful complex like this, the People's FM, among many others that cannot have their airways from government, that is really very disappointing.
Mr. Aliunyang, CEPT project director, says they have followed all the processes, including applying for a licensing.
We as a project, we have a timeline, we have deliverables. We have a whole year to build a radio station and hand it over to Carnegie Municipality, and they would use it for 2 years. And for that 2 years, we're going to monitor and take some data. And that data would be the feedback of our achievements, or either to show whether the radio station is performing to the interest of its people. And basically, we have completed that. And we've applied for a license since in July, and it's not forthcoming. We understand that there is an embargo. We went all throughout the processes. But at present, the most inherent point is it is completed, it is built, and it needs to be handed over to the municipality. And that's why this event was organized today, to hand the radio over to the municipality. And fortunately, government has an embargo. We do understand on that. We did ask for an exception, and it was not forthcoming. But basically, this is a people's radio, and it is for the people.
The Carnifing Environmental Transformation Program KEPT is using a sustainable focus on new integrated waste management approaches to drive environmental, social, and economic transformation in KM. Reporting for Kerr, Fatou, I am Landin Cisse.